get to our #1 story. New details about a mass killing discovered in the desert. We're learning now 6 bodies, not 5, were found on a remote road off Highway 395 near Adelanto.
Now to a mystery in the Mojave. 6 people, 6 bodies found in a remote area of San Bernardino County.
6 people are found dead in a remote area north of...
Hello people and welcome to Desert Trippin. We were originally on our way to a location that we are still going to shoot a video for that trip, but this video here is a whole separate little side trip, little detour we're taking. So if you're curious about that big murder in the desert that happened a couple months ago, I think 6 people were brutally shot and I think a bunch of them were burned beyond recognition. Well, the scene of that crime is right out here, and I've always been curious, you know, to take a look at it and see what kind of vibe that location has now that something so heinous happened there. It's just a little bit of a weird thing about me, that curiosity. So I've pinpointed approximately where that area is, and we're going to go to that spot and kind of just check it out real quickly. And I'll probably add in some updates on, you know, what the crime was when I start editing this video together. So we'll talk about who was murdered and what happened and what the authorities think was the reason for it, and then who they captured and what the status is right now of the various cases against those people. And oh, here we go. Shadow Mountain Road. Now that's the road we turn left on, and it would be out that way somewhere. Probably far enough where you can't hear a gunshot. And as you can see, we are sort of in the middle of a pretty remote area to begin with, but this is a major highway, this 395. So we're going to go left on Shadow Mountain Road. Okay. Okay, so he's going over there. Let's go down this way. So yeah, so this is like a dirt road. And dumping is prohibited. That's too bad because I was thinking of taking a dump. Here's a little... We shouldn't go more than 6 miles, 5 miles along here. It's pretty far in, so I wonder if the dudes who were coming out here for this meeting, I wonder if they had a meeting set up or if they just ran into each other by accident. I wonder if they were meeting to discuss business or to work out some kind of a truce or a partnership, or if it was a setup from the very beginning. Those are things that I guess we won't know now, but this definitely is a very remote area. I believe it's going to be like 5 or 6 miles along here, and I believe what happens is there's a little crossroad at Lessing Road. So yeah, I mean, if any of you are out there wondering what area you should reserve for your next mass killing, this looks like a very good spot. Okay, I'm going to fade out here. Come back when we find Lessing Road. See some cones here. There's a giant teddy bear. A giant teddy bear and some stuff here. Could just be a random decoration, or it could be a marking. I don't see a cross, so maybe it's not a site of a murder. We'll go a little further up here. Okay, so I think I went maybe 5 or 6 miles too far past Lessing Road. So I found it. I got a signal. I got a Google Map signal again. As you can see, we're way the fuck out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm gonna head back now with specific coordinates where Lessing Road is. We're gonna just stop at that point and we're gonna get a vibe and then move on. Okay, over and out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I pulled over because aside from all the death and murder out here, there is some beautiful stuff to see too. I'm going to show you some beautiful Joshua trees here. Now that's a nice one. Look at that nice green head it's got. Beautiful. And there's a pretty one there. They look really healthy up here. Look at that guy. That's been here a few years. Really, really green and robust, and there's a bunch over here. So yeah, I wanted to point out that in the midst of all the one moment of craziness, there's been eons of peace and nature and life. Blessing Avenue. That says Green Bush. And it says 50 feet to Lessing Avenue. Where's that? Would this be Lessing Avenue here? Okay, people. This is the spot, apparently. Shadow Mountain Road and Lessing Avenue, otherwise known as Greenbush Avenue, as it says on that sign. So when I saw the aerial footage from the news crew, they were all the emergency vehicles were parked on a 2-lane road, which would probably be right there, and maybe up this way is where the murder happened, somewhere in this area, or maybe down there. But I don't see any signs of a shooting. I might drive up and down here a little bit just to see. I wonder what those 6 guys were thinking in the final minutes of their life. I wonder if they were driving out here to meet up with some rival, I don't know if it was a gang or rival crew, to discuss business. Apparently everyone thinks it had something to do with the marijuana grow operation. But I think all the dudes were Hispanic on both sides. And maybe they were friends, maybe they were rivals. I guess we won't know for a while. We may never know. But let's just say that it is kind of a desolate area. And if you were going to kill somebody, this would probably be a good place to do it. We're going to sign off. We're going to drive up the road a little bit and see if we can't see any like wear and tear, signs of movement on the side of the road, maybe some charred dirt. That would mean that was where the scene happened. So we're just going to go a little way up, a little way down, call it a day. Just wanted to come here and kind of see what this place was like. And as you can see, there's not much going on. Going in case you see something. That's a pretty fresh grave. Okay, this is a pretty fresh grave here. Adrian Ochoa Salgado. Rest in peace, dude. Over here we've got some police tape. This definitely looks like some burned material here. I would say this was the site here. I'm sure they've swept it pretty clean. Looks like a kid's toy. More police tape. This is BMA. Rest in peace, dude. Yeah. Yeah. January 23rd. That's when the murder happened. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, this is where it happened, man. Somebody put a little shrine up to all 6 dudes. Apparently, there might have been an ambush or a shooting, and the bulk of the victims were like 4 or 5. 4 of them, I think, were in a pile, and some accelerant was poured on them, and they were burned to the point where they couldn't be recognized, which is horrible. And what's all this stuff here? This is some black glass or something. But over here we have some evidence of something that burned recently. And so I'm assuming this was where the pile of bodies were. It's pretty horrific. And I think one was found dead in a car nearby, maybe there. And I think another guy might have crawled or walked away. He was fatally injured. And I think he might have called or texted for help at some point and then was dead by the time they came here. Again, my facts might be all fucked up. I remember reading this a while ago. I didn't memorize it, but I will double check the facts, add some other notes here, but here's the site. The brutal Mojave massacre of 2024, right? January 23rd, 2024, just a few months ago. So dudes, if your spirit is still out here, I'm sorry all this shit happened to you. I don't know what you were up to out here. Maybe you were just having a meeting. Maybe you were doing something completely legal. Maybe you came out here to kill those other guys. I don't know, but things went south for you. And before you knew it, your body is piled up and you're burning. And no one knows who you are for days. But it's a horrible way to go. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Sorry it happened to you. Hope you're at peace. Supposedly they caught the dudes they think who did it. Those guys are claiming to be innocent, but we'll see what the judgment is when they get all the facts together. Yeah. Sorry, man. Okay. Hope your families are not in too much pain. Check this out. I'll leave this over here. This is for all 6 of you. Hopefully there's a brighter future. You guys make the best of eternity now, okay? Okay, this is Joe Bowie, Desert Trippin', sending positive vibes out to the families of the 6 slain Mexican-American people who died here. Over and out. 3, 2, 1.
And breaking news at 5 o'clock, arrest made in the Mojave Desert mass murder. Good evening. You're watching KCAL News at 5 on CBS Los Angeles. I'm Pat Harvey.
And thanks for joining us here on this Monday. I'm Chauncey Glover. That breaking news, arrest made in the El Mirage mass murder in the middle of the desert.
And officials are speaking now.
We arrested 5 suspects involved in the murder of the 6 victims. They are currently in custody with no bail, pending a review of the case from the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office. I'm proud of the work my team did. They spent sleepless hours bringing justice to the family, victim, and their families.
Okay, people, I guess that concludes this little exploration, this little report on the slain, I guess, marijuana grow operation operators. And it's Joe Bowie, Desert Trippin', over and out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's a quick update. Just ran into a dude, a local from this area, and he was saying that that murder was a setup. It was clearly some of the guys on one side were actually friends with guys on the other side, and they set them up, and then they brought them out there with either money or drugs, and then they killed them. So I don't know if it's a fact. Just telling you what I just heard. It's hearsay, no evidence to prove it, but it kind of makes sense, and makes it even sadder too, because no amount of money is worth killing your friend over, Anyway, I better sign off because I need my map app to figure out where the fuck I am, and we're trying to still get to Coyote Dry Lake. So over and out. 3, 2, 1. If this makes it in, it makes it in.